I am so excited to show you this trip. This is a budget trip that we took from Raleigh, North Carolina to Minneapolis-St Paul, Minnesota. We had never been to Minnesota and we had no plans of going to Minnesota, but when we found these great flight deals on some Country Airlines, we went ahead and booked it, and we're so glad we did. This is a trip that could be done by all ages and multi-generational. It's a great little getaway. We did a 3-day weekend, and we just want to show you all about it. The flight to Minneapolis-St Paul from Raleigh was $59 per person for one way, and then on the way back we chose an exit row seat so we'd have more leg room. And the cost of hotels, we used all Hyatt points, so it was 38,500 Hyatt points, no taxes, no fees, no resort fees. We also paid $2 for the LightRail. We took an Uber. There was no charge for the Capitol building entrance or the tour. There was no cost to enter Mall of America, and there was no charge to enter the farmers market. So I hope you enjoy this look at Minneapolis-St Paul on a budget.
It exclusively in Hyatt properties because we were using up some points that we had just received from a sign-up bonus from a Chase Ink Sapphire Preferred card. So the first place we stayed was the Hyatt House. When we arrived in Minneapolis at the airport, we called the hotel and they sent the shuttle. We went through baggage claim to the pickup area, and we waited probably, how long do you think we waited for the shuttle?
Probably 15 minutes.
Yeah, a good 15 minutes. And we were the only people they were picking up. Now, this hotel is probably 3 to 5 miles from the airport. And then the next morning, that shuttle was supposed to be available to us to go back and forth to the airport and to go to the Mall of America. And when we went down to get on the shuttle, we were told the shuttle was experiencing some mechanical issues. So I wanted to mention that because that kind of caught me off guard. When a property says we have a shuttle available to you, I guess I just take that to mean all the time. And I didn't even leave room for the possibility that the shuttle might not be available. So we called Lyft. He gave us a lot of good ideas and perspective about the mall and the LightRail and that. So that was our first stay, was in the Hyatt House. And then we went to downtown Minneapolis and stayed in the Hyatt Centric.
Yeah, it was a really pretty part of the city that it was located in. The hotel was met all our needs. The folks were at the desk were friendly and helpful.
They had popcorn in the lobby, so I grabbed a bag of popcorn every day because I love popcorn. We had to walk probably 3 or 4 blocks to get to a Walgreens.
Yeah.
And then once we were in the Walgreens, the shelves were practically bare. It was the most bizarre
it was
experience.
Yeah, and it was a 2-story.
And the top level was pretty much a ghost town.
Yeah.
It was very strange. It was just different.
There were not a lot of other folks walking around.
No, we were there in July.
Really good place for breakfast. Do you remember the name?
I think it was called Hen House.
Yeah.
Hen House. It was really good. They had a bakery attached to it, and it was crowded. That's where everybody was.
Yeah, we saw more people there than anywhere else in the whole city. But the food was good.
Hash brown. It was delicious. And what are some things in downtown Minneapolis that you thought were interesting?
The Skywalk was definitely, it's not something that I knew about.
For those that don't know what a Skywalk is, how would you describe it?
It's actually a climate control walkway from one building to the next. They're actually made a part of the building, and you can walk around downtown.
You can walk through all of downtown without actually going outside.
It's glassed in, so you can see the outside, you can see the sky, you can see the other buildings.
And each building is responsible for maintaining their portion of the Skywalk. That was a fascinating takeaway. So you are in office buildings, and then the next thing you'll be in a privately owned condominium complex with artwork and chandeliers. And if you've never experienced a Skywalk, it was cool. Something I thought was interesting was it's the largest Skywalk in the world, which that makes sense. But St. Paul is the second largest Skywalk in the world. So if you go to the area, you'll go to the top 2.
We also walked down to the a bridge that goes across the Mississippi River, and there's a power plant, and it was to run a sawmill. And then after that, they ran the flour mills. Most of the flour in the United States was once produced there.
Yeah, we saw gold medal. We saw the gold medal factory. And then on the other side of the river was it Pillsbury?
Pillsbury. And then the other interesting thing about it is the river, that's the only falls right there on the Mississippi River. And they had power plants on both sides of the river. The water in the river was divided. One side went to the left, one side went to the right. You'll see the video. You'll see the water swirling. It's being diverted there.
Right. Then after the bridge walk, downtown walk in Minneapolis, took an Uber to St. Paul, and we stayed at the Hyatt place. And we've done a detailed video on each of these properties. So if you want to go back and watch those, we have videos on the rooms and the lobbies and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and while we were there, we visited the Capitol. But again, the odd part about it is there was not a lot of foot traffic, and there were not a lot of places to just walk and run in and eat. We did have one restaurant that was fairly close to us there, and it was good experience. And then there was a farmer's market, and we went down and saw some of the most beautiful vegetables.
I don't know what they put in their soil, but oh my word. Yeah, their vegetables and fruit, amazing.
Yeah, and then some of the folks that were there, they baked and brought some of their products there for sale, and we did try a couple things.
Quite a few things. We did their fried pies.
We enjoyed walking around downtown Minneapolis. At the time we were there was a public art installation, and so that was something we had never experienced before, so we really enjoyed that. We also saw where the Minnesota Vikings played, the stadium there, several churches, the Skywalk, and as Wayne mentioned before, the Mississippi River and all of the industry surrounding that. We also enjoyed the LightRail. The LightRail was a really convenient way to get around, so we would highly recommend using the LightRail. Some other things we really enjoyed was seeing the famous Mary Tyler Moore statue. And also we tried the Juicy Lucy, which is a cheeseburger, but the cheese is on the inside. The food scene in Minneapolis is really diverse and so delicious. Minneapolis-St Paul is a great budget destination. The blue and the green line light rails are very easy to navigate. You take one line, can go to the Mall of America, and then it goes and continues on to downtown. Then you can just transfer over and take the light rail into St. Paul. It's very easy to navigate. That wraps up our adventure in the Twin Cities. We explored the fascinating airport, the local eatery, some sites, and the easy transportation options. Whether you're just passing through or planning a longer stay, we hope this video has given you some great insights to make your trip even better. We appreciate you sticking with us to the end of this video. We share travel tips, packing videos, and tools for navigating the points and miles ecosystem. If this interests you, don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out. Have a great day, and we will see you next